Shalom, beloved. Welcome to Spark 22, Discovering the Light of Hebrew. I'm Gabriella Powers, and I'm so blessed to have you join us for this week's Hebrew word study. I pray the Holy Spirit would unleash sparks of wisdom in your faith walk as you watch this video. We're finishing up our three-part word series out of Leviticus 23:27 in preparation for Yom Kippur. We already did the word study for atonement, which is Kippur, which we learned is Yahuwah's protective hand covering us even in times of trouble. We also did the word study on afflict or ana. Now we're going to do a word study on Nefesh or soul. Nefesh has three letters. The first letter is Nun. It has a numerical value of 50, which represents freedom and fullness of life. The ancient picto form actually shows a seed. If you look at the letter carefully, you can see a man who is bent humbly before Yahuwah. So Nun also represents humility. It is the 14th letter of the alphabet, which gives us an allusion to King David, which also gives us an allusion to Messiah Yeshua. It also represents a fish, which is also a symbol of life. The second letter, Pei, has a numerical value of 80, which represents strength in human life, as well as a foundation. Pei means mouth, word, voice, expression, or vocalization. There's also a hidden bait inside of Pei, which alludes to the very first letter of the Torah, bait, which shows us that Yahuwah's word became the dwelling place of lower reality. The third letter, Shin, actually represents teeth, sharp, hard, or pressing. It also represents the changeless essence inside of the changing. Think of a burning coal. The burning fire is on the inside, but it doesn't change. The outer part is changing. The ancient picto actually represents to eat, consume, or destroy, and it has a numerical value of 300, which represents divine judgment, divine blessings, or divine protection. My question when reading Leviticus 23:27 was not only what is atonement, what is affliction, I also wanted to know what is soul? What can we think of when we hear the word nefesh? The first letter, Nun, in the ancient picto form represents a seed. So we can actually see that nefesh or soul is a seed. Now remember, beloved, seeds are planted and eventually die in the process of creating new life. Nun also shows that nefesh, or soul, was created with freedom and fullness of life in its numerical value of 50, and shows that the nefesh that desires true life is humble and bent before Yahuwah. Nun also shows that Yeshua, our Messiah, has nefesh, or soul. The second letter, Pei, shows that nefesh, or soul, is the strength and foundation of life in its numerical value of 80. It also shows that nefesh, or soul, expresses itself through the mouth or vocalization. Pei shows that nefesh, or soul, is founded either in life or death, and its reality is created through its vocalization or its expressions. Shin shows that nefesh, or soul, is sharp and presses its life either towards life or death and destruction. Shin shows that the changeless essence of Yahuwah is inside of nefesh, based off of the expressions and vocalizations of the life, or the nefesh, or the soul. Either divine judgment or divine blessing or divine protection will be given. Nefesh shows the seed of Yahuwah's spirit or breath being planted as a living being for Ish or Adam, mankind, but not for animals. Animals have nefesh, but not ruach, which is spirit. Nefesh is thought to be the lowest form of life, having only the base desires of instinct for survival. But when ruach, spirit or breath divine, is present in the nefesh, understanding and wisdom are born. Those in covenant with Yahuwah through Messiah Yeshua are given Ruach HaKodesh, or the Holy Spirit, as a mark or sign unto eternal redemption of the human nefesh, or soul. The nefesh ceases when the blood is no longer present in the body. Check out Leviticus 17:11. But those in covenant with Yeshua will receive an eternal nefesh at Judgment Day, because their nefesh is marked with Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. Nefesh is thought to be the mind, will, and emotions of the soul. Without Ruach, or spirit, nefesh has only base instincts without understanding or wisdom, like animals. Notice how nefesh of animals was spoken, and nefesh of humans was breathed. Notice also that Adam was created in the image of Yahuwah with Yahuwah's spirit, his ruach, which gives the nefesh the ability to gain wisdom and understanding. Hence, Yahuwah placed man over every nefesh without ruach, or spirit. Were you sparked by today's video? Consider being part of the flame by sowing a love gift into our ministry today. Help us to continue to be a light to the body of Messiah as we patiently await his coming. That concludes this week's episode of Spark 22, Discovering the Light of Hebrew. Praise be to the Almighty for his word. If this video blessed you, be sure to hit like and share so others can be blessed as well. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to drop them below. Until next time, I'm Gabriella Powers, and I pray that you may continue to be perfected in his love. Shalom Aleichem.